a weekend in Nigeria, Lagos, Ikeja to be precise. I'm with my wonderful people here this morning. A big thank you. Welcome to all that has been watching Flip TV. We are judged to be one of the best online TV platforms in Nigeria and also in West Africa. A big welcome to all that has been watching Flip TV. We are saying a very big thank you for your patronage. Let's go to the business for today. We have the Tribune, Saturday Tribune with us. Also, we do have the Saturday Vanguard. Above the masthead of the Saturday Vanguard, tribute as TB Joshua is laid to rest. Tribute as TB Joshua is laid to rest. He fulfilled destiny by living for all. That's from Governor Sanwo-Olu. He fulfilled destiny by living for all. Below the masthead, Biafra can be a region in Nigeria. Biafra can be a region in Nigeria. Barrister Emeka Siri, original founder of IPOB. Biafra can be a region in Nigeria. Says Kanu does not speak for Igbo nation. Kanu does not speak for Igbo nation. Main headline on the Vanguard newspaper this morning, the kicker, 2023 presidency, why Southern leaders are frustrated. That is from Northern leaders. Why Southern leaders are frustrated. That is from the Northern leaders. No level of intimidation will make power return to South. That's from Wire. No level of intimidation will make power return to the South. Don't bully Northern Nigeria. Sani wants Clark Adebayo. Others. Don't bully Northern Nigeria. Sani wants Clark, Edwin Clark, Adebanjo, and others. Stop hunting Igboho. Oluwo begs Buhari. Stop hunting Sunday Igboho. Oluwo begs Buhari. Says, forgive him. I'll bring him to you for peace talk. Forgive him. I'll bring him to you for peace talk. Oba Eware 2. No going back on return of artifacts to Benin. Oba Eware 2 of Edo State. No going back on return of artifacts to Benin. Bibi Nigeria, I have no regret falling in love with Ike Onyema. That is from Mercy Ike. I have no regret falling in love with Ike Onyema. That is from the Bibi Nigeria story. Let's move over to the Nigerian Tribune, Saturday Tribune this morning. How woman lost 4 school kids to Delta tanker crash. How woman lost 4 kids to Delta tanker crash. TB Joshua buried. Neighbors lament his death. TB Joshua buried. Neighbors lament his death. The main headline on the Saturday Tribune this morning: Fulani groups threatening Southern governors. Fulani groups threatening Southern governors. That's our main headline today. Fulani groups threatening Southern governors. Says ban on open grazing in September will make the South lose 2023 presidency. Say ban open grazing in September. Lose 2023 presidency. They threaten Southern governors. Why we oppose call for Southern presidency? That's from the Northern Elders Forum. Why we oppose call for Southern presidency? That's from the Northern Elders Forum. North is arrogant. That's from Afeni Ferry. North is arrogant. That's from Afeni Ferry. We insist on power shift. Pandev is saying. We insist on power shift. Pandev is speaking this morning. New constitution, not 2023. New constitution, not 2023. Presidency will save Nigeria. YC is saying that new constitution, not 2023 presidency, will save Nigeria. That is from the YCE. Bandits kill 49 in 5 Zamfara villages. Bandits kill 49 in 5 Zamfara villages. Kidnappers free police students in Kaduna. Kidnappers free police students in Kaduna State. Oba of Benin calls Obaseki's bluff over repatriated artifacts. Oba of Benin calls Obaseki's bluff over repatriated artifacts. Okay, that is what we have for the newspaper review this morning. Let's move over to our reviewers this morning. Let's have. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Yes, I greet everybody.
Remember when the Southern governors met for presidency?
Yes.
They said they want presidency.
Yes, sir.
Now, not have said that they threatened this Southern governor, saying that your ban on open grazing in September will make you lose 2023 presidency.
Well, you see, I want the Southern governor to stand on it because it is an easy, hard demand. It is easy for the Southern government to demand for that, but it is hard for the Northern Nigerians to release the power. Let them stand on that. Let them stand on that power. Let them stand on that demand. If they no agree, let Nigeria do what? Scatter. Because they know what is inside that presidency. If they handle, I will not say something. I will not say something concerning what is inside. Concern. Let the southern governors stand on that. They should not shift. They should not shift. They should not be like what I see. They should not run away. A man died once, not twice. Let them fight for this till the end. That's what I can say about that one. Let me say the nothing governors or the nothing leaders, all of them, they are all arrogant as they already said. They don't have the power on their own. It is the southern government, it is the southern that supported them for everything. How can they come in from that side and be gaining from the south and go back to repair for that and leave the south empty? The cheating is too much. So let them remain on that.
Okay, stop hunting for Igbo. Oluwo begs Buhari, says, forgive him, I'll bring him to you for peace.
That is why I said, who chop with his person, I they kill. You understand? As Igbo come out from the southwest to tell the northern Fulanis, don't kill my people again. And it's the same people from the family rise up against Igbo. You understand? That man that wrote that letter, I don't know whether I achieve what I done crazy before. I don't even know what's happening to him. You understand? It is a very great mistake and error for that man to write that letter like that. You understand? Instead for him to support the man. You see, sometimes that is why I said something this morning. You see, when people are looking, fighting for their rights, don't sit at the back and begin to jealous and say, my hand are not there. Because you don't know tomorrow, it may come to your side. When the South Igbo were fighting for Biafran, Yoruba said nothing happened. I think now today, the two sides are what equal. And let me see what the Yoruba will do, the Southwest will do. You understand? Okay. Whether they will follow up with Igbo. If they don't follow, I know that they will not have the power, because the people that criticize about Igbo are more than the people that receive the work of Igbo.
Say it again.
You understand?
People that
criticize for what Igbo is doing are more than the people that welcome the idea of it. Yes, Southwest, yes. That's why if Igbo don't take time, the same family will do away with him. The same family will do away with him.
Okay.
Because I know Yoruba what they can do. You understand?
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. I have Mr. Figures here with me this morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Christian, and to esteemed viewers across the world.
Okay. What we have this morning, we see that the North, the Fulani groups are threatening Southern governors, saying that this your ban on open grazing will make you lose 2023 presidency. What is your take on that statement from the Fulani groups?
Yeah, of course, the Fulani knew that, of course, the presidency will not return to the south with this present configuration. You see, they understood that they were just cajoling the southern governors. They knew quite sure that, of course, they are perfecting every arrangement to hand over or probably take over the entire region. If they don't succeed in taking over the entire region, then they have perfected their plans to still hand over to the next Fulani extraction as the president of the Nigeria to continue the templates they have. Yes, they need a successor in the likes of the Buhari to continue their program. So this we understand that Nigeria belongs to them. That's why we are calling for our own nation. Because they say Nigeria belongs to them. We are not arguing that position. But we belong to a country. So we didn't just fall from heaven. If Nigeria belongs to them, let them take the Nigeria that belongs to them and probably carve the northern region and then continue with the Nigeria. While the south, west, and of course, the old eastern region move on with their life. You see, the mirrors of problem bedeviling us is too, unbearable. You see, we it's better for the nation to die and let humanity continue to live. You see, we can't continue under this contraction called Nigeria. We can't continue to support a system that not just has failed, but a system that is anti-people, a system that is bent at exterminating every one of us. We can't continue with such system. It's better the nation dies, the country dies, while humanity is preserved. By humanity, I mean the people within this contraction should move on with their life. 200 years ago, there was nothing like Nigeria. People were still living, humanity were still existing. You see, the Oduduwa, we are still in existence then. Likewise, the people of the eastern region. So we can't just continue in these frauds. It's a big time fraud in the history of humanity. That they allowed, of course, what is that his name? Is it Lucifer or what did they call him? Who, of course, arranged the amalgamation of Nigeria. What is that his name? I can liken him to Lucifer. But could you understand, the truth position is that even the devil, the one we call Satan, is not owning up a responsibility for whatever is happening in Nigeria. The devil said, of course, even though he is known to be wicked, he can't be too wicked like the Nigerian politicians. He can't be so heartless as they were. Having meted all this level of crime, heinous atrocity against her own citizen. It can't be so wicked than the Nigerian politicians who embezzle and loot the country to stupor. You see, without caring for the people. It's quite unfortunate. Why should we be discussing about 2023? Why you see people are dying on daily basis? Such issues have not been addressed. You see, Buhari keep on sidelining those silent issues that should be called up. You see, if Nigeria, of course, I know that Nigeria is not existing. So it's better we bury this country and allow humanity to strive, to live.
Okay, do you see the southern governors backing down because of the threat?
Well, my only fear with the southern governors, these Nigerian politicians cannot be trusted. Even the southern governors. It will not be a surprise to me if they betray their own cause. You will see most of them will, of course, in the course of time, might want to align with the northern caliphates. Just because of what the stipends, of course, they will throw to them. The bond they will throw to them to attract them. So it will not be a surprise to me if such happens. So as I speak now, I don't have confidence on the governors of the southern protectorate or whatever you call them. Because events of the past has proven otherwise, that these people could no longer be trusted. Then, or if they need, we are watching, of course, if they must gain our trust or the people's confidence, then they have to live out and prove otherwise. But for me, with the configuration of the Nigerian politics, you can see the devil eating with the devil. At the point, most of them will opt for defeat. Not because they are not, people who are calling for one Nigeria are not doing that because of patriotism. They are not doing that because of the selfless sacrifice they want to render to the masses, to humanity. They are only doing that on the basis of selfishness, on the basis of clinging to power, and of course protecting their business empires and the money they have looted, so that there is nobody will come after them. That is the only reason why Obasanjo should call for one Nigeria. Why Buhari should say that Nigeria is insoluble, indivisible. On what basis? That is contrary to the position. Of course, In life, you can't come to a point that you say that nothing is innegotiable. Everything can be negotiated. Our common existence, of course, was negotiated before Lord Lugard amalgam brought us together. So, on what cause, on what basis, under what principle are you establishing such claims that Nigeria cannot be divided? This is the same Nigeria you committed, you overthrown elected, politically elected, constitutionally elected presidents. You truncated democracy in 1983. I think if it is a sane society, this man shouldn't have another opportunity to destroy what he left, of course, in 1983. It's quite unfortunate.
In the next 2 minutes, the original founder of IPOB, Barrister Emekesiri, said Biafra can be a region in Nigeria. He's not saying Nigeria should divide. He said Biafra can be a region in Nigeria.
Well, I think we have passed such level. So we can no longer be distracted. I mean, the Eastern people, the IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra, where I belong by default, that is inconsequential. Biafra struggle is greater than individual. So it doesn't matter whether you are the founder or what. That is not what should gain our attention. Our attention that we are passing through a very odious and exhilarating situation. And though we are learned to maintain our composure, but that does not suggest we are weak, we are gullible. We are charting a way forward for our people. We can't continue. This heinous crime against humanity can no longer continue. That is what we are focused on. So nobody can distract us at this time. And who we know is the man who has the courage and the political will, who has the love for his people to chart the way forward, not claiming at this time that you are the founder. And what happens? Who knows you? Who cares? We are the founder. People are being killed on a daily basis. You have not condemned the present dispensation. You have not condemned the Menta and the Fulani herders who are ravaging, killing and sacking people from their community, and they are scoring for safety in another country. And you think that the sovereignty of Nigeria have not been, of course, desecrated. It's quite unfortunate that, of course, I'm not giving any attention to such. So what we know is the present condition which we found ourselves, which, of course, poses a threat not just to a particular region, but to entire region. So we must come together to kill this nation so that humanity can continue to live.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chigozie. Okokondem one.
Yeah. Good morning, my viewers. But before I forge ahead, I would like to thank God Almighty. Therefore, I stand here in this Philippine TV standard, thanking God Almighty who made it possible for all of us to be alive, blessing His name for us to gather here this hour to deliberate on certain issues. I thank Him for keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu alive. I thank Him for keeping IPOB alive. I thank Him for keeping Biafrans alive. Even I thank Him for keeping Nigerians alive. May He not be glorified in Jesus' name. Yeah, now I am Mr. Okparadini Okokondem in this Second Republic of Biafra, led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his IPOB government of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra! Long live Republic of Biafra! Long live Republic of Biafra!
Okay, the original founder of IPOB has come to say that Biafra can be a region in Nigeria. Not apart from Nigeria, in one Nigeria.
If Biafra can be a region in one Nigeria, then why did he found IPOB? If he's the founder of IPOB, if he wants, he feel that IPOB will be can be a region. Anyway, I thank God. He said it can. It's a suggestion he's doing. Now, he claiming now that he is IPOB, the original founder of IPOB. Where were him since all these days? What was his input to IPOB since all these days? What was he doing to improve IPOB since these days? What was we doing to show concern that the IPOB will be a region in Nigeria, in one Nigeria, but not a nation of its own? What input that he made for that? Or what input that he made that IPOB should not go out from Nigeria? What advice? Okay, if he is the original founder of IPOB, which means Nnamdi Kanu came and hijacked it from him. That's what it means. Then what have you done all these days to reclaim what Nnamdi Kanu hijacked from him?
That is if it's Nnamdi Kanu hijacked it.
That's what it means. If he's the original founder of IPOB, which means indirectly he was telling us that he found it, but Nnamdi Kanu hijacked it from him. Well, what was he doing to recollect his original property if he's the original owner? Now understand what I'm saying. Now, because of the social of things, anybody can come up and open mouth and say anything they like. This man that claiming that he's a member, that he's an original founder of IPOB, I look at him as a twat. Whether he's abroad, whether he's at home, I look at him as a person who is beating behind the bush, a person who don't know what to say in newspaper. He come out to start saying rubbish. He's the founder of IPOB. If he's the founder of IPOB, where were him when IPOB was suffering? When were him massacre of IPOB took place in a head bridge on Esha? Where were him when the massacre of IPOB took place in Mazin Nnamdi Kanu compound in Abia State? Which means if he is the original founder of IPOB, he is happy to gather people for them to be slaughtered. He's happy. That's why he did not condemn anything. That's why he did not say anything. He come in and tell us he's the founder of IPOB, that IPOB is supposed to be a region. Then if IPOB was if this name IPOB stand as a region, if the name IPOB stand as a region, or Biafra stand as a region in the country of Biafra, in the country of Nigeria, then what was the Eastern region then? Eastern region, what was it then? Are they animals? Are they air? Are they not region? Biafra have been existing as a region since. Now we are trying to be a nation since 1967. You cannot come now and tell me back that we should go back to region and be a region, but change our name to IPOB or Biafra people, regions of Nigeria. You see me like when a child grow up and grow up, you tell him to go back again and start crying. That's what this stupid man means. I call him stupid man.
Okay. Let's move over to Fulani groups threatening southern governors, saying their ban on open grazing in September will make them lose 2023 presidency.
You see, I laugh. Mama Fassan, when he was about to execute it on a coup that alleged for them, him and Ekene and others, Mama Fassan said, I leave Nigeria with a smile. He left Nigeria with a smile. But I am telling you, I'm leaving Nigeria with a doubt. I'm living in Nigeria with doubt. Now, when I say I'm living Nigeria with doubt, you remember southern governors came and said they have banned open grazing and they insist presidency will come back to south, which I supported them if they can stand on it. This is why I say if they can stand on it. See where I'm going. This is why I say if they can stand on it. If you look at Northern Elders Forum, have now twist, which means all the whole North are aware of what they are doing. Fully certain governors with 2023 election. Let me tell you, if certain governors accept presidency to come down to south, and for that reason they allow open grazing to take place in the south, then the certain governors are digging the grave for themselves and their generations by allowing open grazing to take place in south because of presence of 8 years. 8 years presidency, then you lose your generation to the inventors. But I'm telling you, certain governors are ready to compromise. I'm actually telling you, certain governors are ready to compromise. Now, this will tell you that the North always fool the South, whether you like it or not, in politics. Now, I told you in 2019 election, they come out and promise the East that if you vote to Buhari massively, 2023 election, presidency is for you. They come to West and promise West, if you stand on your feet and say support Buhari, 2023 presidency is for you. Then how can you bring the two regions to 123 presidency? Are we going to have two Aso Rock for them? One in the West, one in the East, two Aso Rock for them to be ruling. This to show you that they are fooling you. I am telling you, North is the last group, mostly Hausa Fulani, is the last group to allow presidency to come to South. Forget this one Umai was doing, and Tulubu was doing. I said Davis was doing. Tulubu was doing. Usodema was doing. Other Westerners were doing. Let me tell you, instead of this presidency to come to South, Hausa Fulani are ready to massacre everybody in the South. This to show you that neither you take life or death. No, neither you jump into deep sea or you embrace devil. This is where they put certain governors now. Now certain governors are between the blue sea and the devil. Neither to accept presidency and lose and give us open grazing, or reject open grazing and reject presidency. And Nigeria and Southerners are serious to have the presidency. Zeke was serious to be a president of Nigeria. He sold Biafra, betrayed Biafra during the Civil War. Awolowo was interested to be president of Nigeria. He betrayed the Igbos during the Civil War. Tulumbu was eager to have the presidency. He got into a line in 2015 with the North to push Jonathan away. I tell you, they don't allow president to come to South. Is Abiola not a Southern man? A Muslim for that matter. OIC chairman, Organization of Islamic Conference chairman in Nigeria. He was a Yoruba man. He was a Muslim. But because a Yoruba man, because a Satan, they refused to give him that presidency. And they killed him. Ijebo was a Yoruba man from Kwara. Northern Yoruba, from Kwara. Because he was a Yoruba man. Buhari is supposed to retire voluntarily on December 20, 2005. Because if he retire, Tulumbu will take over. Because he's a Yoruba man, but a Muslim. They use Babangida to remove Buhari and so that Tulumbu will go out. That's on the grand plan to make sure presidency does not come to South. So if South insists that they have presidency, let them prepare for war. If not Southern feel that they have presidency, let them prepare for war. And let not be ready to massacre them.
Okay. Any final statement?
Final statement I want to say that South should forget about presidency coming to their place. And let South try to defend themselves, build up themselves, and go away totally from Nigeria. Go away totally. Because they will use presidency to be cajoling them every generation. Every generation, they use presidency to be cajoling them, fooling their leaders that feel that they are wise. Where they are not wise.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, I'm Biafra. Biafra. Cheta Nnamdi Kanu. Cheta Kajienu. Bere Chineke. Go release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Kopta Nando. Obo Inowu. IPOB. Eastern Security. Jehovah Gababume. Agam Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Long live Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Long live Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No weapon fashioned against you shall prosper. All those that rise rise up against you, but surely fall for your sake. God will sustain you. God will keep you. You will not die in Jesus' name.
Amen.
You will not die in Jesus' name. You will come up and liberate Biafra out of Nigeria. So shall it be in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, Mr. Fulani. I have Mr. Lucky, the great man.
Yes, God bless you. I don't know Lagos. Good morning. I have my brother is what's the name again? Mazi. I call him Mazi. Anyway, what will I say? Everybody has his own.
Okay, Oba Eware 2. Did I call it well?
Oba Polo. I don't know Lagos.
Okay.
When I hear though, I always happy. My mind always laughs. That is my area. That's where I come from. I don't know Lagos. Oba Atokpa is
Germany is ready to bring back your artifacts. But there's an issue between Oba of Benin and Obaseki.
You see, that's the problem we have. I don't know why when good things coming to our Edo state and we have two men, father and son fighting. Why are they fighting? They should allow that thing to come first. They should allow the thing they steal from us to come. Yeah, they stole. Yes, now they stole it now.
No, they didn't steal it.
How did that? It was stolen. How did it go to Germany? Not only Germany.
They gave your forefather.
Not only Germany, sir, even Britain. Even Britain, they went, oh my God, you see, we are going to receive a lot, even from Britain and Germany and Europe, all the Europe, what they stole for us, they will return it. I thank God, I don't know why Oba of Lagos, Oba of Benin, and Oba of Lagos, Governor, Edo State Governor, fighting. Why are they fighting? Why? I don't understand me. That is black man sense. Pella say black man sense. Allow this thing to confess. And what baffled me, why can Oba Benin call it federal government should handle it? Why? Does it mean doesn't trust the governor of Edo State? Why can't we learn to trust ourselves? So where they should allow that thing to confess. So that when we receive it, then I know we are going to have benefit of it.
Fulani group threatening Southern governors. Say if you continue in this your ban of open grazing in September, they will lose 2023 presidency. I have two questions. That is the first question. What's your take on that? Second, who decides presidency? Is it a region or an election?
Let me
start with the first one. Respond to that threat. Fulani threat is.
Do you know why the Fulani? Do you know why the Fulani are still threatening? You know why they still have that mouth? If you watch paper now, you see some Yoruba youth, some group, both elders, saying they want peace in Yoruba land, that they don't want dividation. They only need a good president. You can see, giving them the northern hope that the South have divided in Southwest. Now, in the government meeting they hold, not all the governors that attend that meeting, automatically there is dividation on that. I'm telling you, the elites have a problem. Sunday Igboho fighting for Southwest, the elites have a problem. They won't back him up. He has been sold to Buhari group. People like the Lai Mohammed, people like the Tudubu, people like those Yoruba elite, they have sold Sunday Igboho to presidents. Now, that is why the Fulani are having steam out. Yes, men, they are in the south. A lot of them are there doing business. And the business that doesn't profit Nigerians, the business profit them. Now they have a lot of support in southern Nigeria. A lot of big men are supporting them. That is why they have that man. If not so, but now all the cows supposed to have relocated to the north. If they have relocated the south, I don't think the Fulani will have mouth of telling them that we lose the presidency, because they know why. That every sector of this government is being made by Fulanis. Like the INEC that Buhari brought, that woman that the PDP rejected, are you aware they are still trying to fix that woman in the annex? Despite crowd by Nigerians, is to tell you that whatever the Fulani say will come to pass. That is number one. That's why they say losing president. My own is that the Southerners should just come together and form their own presidency.
In the constitution, we have a constitution.
Which constitution? Does constitution work in Nigeria? So as Buhari follow the constitution, Buhari don't follow the constitution. The Southerners should just come together.
They can charge all the governors for treasonable felons.
How many governors? They're going to charge the whole governor for treasonable felons. The whole governors.
They come
If
together.
we bring anarchy to Nigeria and Buhari will go, I will tell you that they'll protest. When Abacha tried to force himself, what happened? God take Abacha. So what I'm saying is that Nigeria, you see, can I tell you something? We don't follow our country. We don't follow our country. Just like TB Joshua. I watched TB Joshua since 2 days. I saw the whole world is crying for TB Joshua. That is a man that we did not value. So we did not follow ourselves. That's why the Fulanis are taking us riding. That's why the Fulanis can talk to us anyhow because of beg. Our leaders, they are in Africa now, begging, give us presidency. If you like, when Obasanjo was the presidency, look at Ogun State, look at the roads, no road in Ogun State. When Jonathan was a president, 6 years, East-West Road, go now, it's a death trap. It doesn't mean that my brother should become a president, when I'm not going to benefit. But the only thing is that what brought all this is because of the Buhari that is there. Buhari is a fanatic. Buhari is not a good president. He cannot even manage local government. Under his what? Poverty. Under his what? Killing. Under his what? Kidnapping. Are you aware, my brother? The Fulani that is talking, they are the one kidnapping their brothers. In the north now, kidnapping have become a celebration. They are celebrating. Are you aware? So what are they saying? Whether president or no presidency, the Southerners should just come together and form their own presidency. The Northerners will get to it. Because no one, the Northerners believe that they have everything. They only have the people. They don't have the wealth.
Okay, who decides the president? Is it a region or election? Because it seems until a particular region say they want this person to be president before we can decide our choice.
I believe region now, not election.
So the election we are doing is
a jamboree. Only a jamboree. That is why Buhari can win that the last election. They decide say Buhari should just finish it. That's it. Because I want to ask you, yes, in the south we can count our election in south, but in the north they don't count election. They don't count result. I'm telling you, go find out if they are counting result in the north. You see 10 years old, 11 years old, even 5 years old, they go there to print. They don't count election. In Lagos here, if you bring your son to come and vote, my neighbor or your neighbor will challenge you and your son. But in the north, it's not so. Both cow, both goat, they can complete and vote. Nobody can them. So that is why the north decide who will win, who will be there.
not elections.
Not which election. Which election? If the election are the one deciding in Imo State, I don't think the election, the people decide that PDP is the winner of the election. But at the end, they use Supreme Court to turn this. That's to tell you, say, it's not your vote. So the northern are the one deciding. That's the regional side. The southern doesn't have one because we are not united. We are not united.
Okay, one more question. Kidnappers free police students in Kaduna State. Now that the students are free, what should the governor do?
They are still going to kidnap. Well, yesterday they still kidnap and kill yesterday. It has become a business in the north. The north, they are not ashamed. You know why? You see, they should be ashamed. Because this thing is going daily, every day. You have become celebration like doing a wedding things, celebrating birthday. That's what is happening in the north. Every day they kidnap. Buhari is there. Melami is there. All these called old president, retired IG, retired army. They did not. They can't solve that problem. Kidnapping every day. They have become a business. Maybe they don't have oil. That is their own area. That is. I don't know why we should be celebrating this kidnapping. Where the whole world now, I think about moving forward, we are going back because we have a president that cannot even address his family, a president that cannot address a nation. That's why you see kidnapping. But when anything happens in the south, a president will order, send the whole army, send the whole police, go there. So, my brother, we have a big problem. I want to advise Nigeria that this time around, the youth, I always said every day, the youth should get up. We are dying. Now, we are approaching 2023. All we are doing now is campaign. But the little one we are doing here is what we are selling to the whole world. But all the youth should get up. So they go, Carlo, they are doing their race. I give you an example. Let me go again. Look at TB Joshua. I cried when I was watching TB Joshua. Do you know the whole world celebrating TB Joshua? Nigeria, where are they? What are they? Our president can even send delegate to TB Joshua. It's a shame to this country. It's a shame to the nation. I don't know why. We don't value ourselves. Until when person died, that's what we remember that person. But look at the whole world, America. The whole world celebrating TB Joshua. My brother, our leader should be wise.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Lucky. Mr. David, good morning, Mr. David.
Good morning to you, Mr. Christian Chukwu. A happy weekend.
Yeah, same to you. I want to ask you this question. Emeka Siri, the original founder of IPOB, is saying that Biafra can be a region in Nigeria.
Who is Emeka?
Barrister Emeka.
I don't know him. I have never heard
original founder of IPOB.
Nobody. Original founder of
IPOB.
The only person piloting the affairs of IPOB is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and which everyone queue behind him. So who is this one coming out now? Now, ever since there have been issues between Nigeria and Biafra, ever since they have been killing in the east, has he come out and also air his own view? He has not said anything. So see, why must he be now? Has he come out publicly to condemn this governor, Mr. President? So I don't know him. Sorry to say, I don't know him. And then I don't want to contribute or say anything in line with someone I don't know, because the only person in which every loyalty stands now is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and which is the founder of the what IPOB group. Who is he?
Okay. Fulani groups threatening southern governors, saying that they are banned on open grazing to make them lose the presidency.
They have not banned the open. See, it has not become a law yet.
Ogun State passed a bill.
Ogun State passed a bill.
Yeah. 3 years jail term. Anyone found grazing openly.
Don't be surprised that now the same Ogun State governor now will become shaky now, since they have seen this. He might.
Fulani groups. So.
I said Ogun State governor now might still go back to Buhari and tell him, sir, Mr. President, we would reverse this law.
Why did you say so?
This is Nigeria. It is not why do I say so. These are what affirmations. I am very sure, because now politics has become what politics they say is a game of interest now. How can some particular group want to hold the country into ransom? It shows that the southern governors does not have stand on their own. If truly they have stand, just like what I was telling Pastor Ben Kamara, I said the day they met in Lagos here, it should have become what a law at that particular time.
They need the House of Assembly.
See now, if fully sure then now see now how many of the governors have sent this law? Have sent the bill to the House of Assembly. Now it's like 2 weeks or no, it's like many weeks now after most of them have been now, and then again it is only Ogun State governor that has made it a law. What is why has the remaining governors not not what to under park to make law. It's because some persons are still very loyal to Mr. President. Some persons will not still make this. Some persons will not still ban this open grazing. Some governors.
But they have agreed.
They have agreed. They have agreed because majority of them were present at the meeting. In turn, they will still go back to their paymaster, which is president. Tell them, Mr. President, I am not part of them. Cut me. You know these people, because if not so, if really these people are not afraid of the northern group, why would you guys held a meeting a particular day? Now you still have to implement the what this resolution till September. Why don't you make it an instant judgment there? Make it a law at that time. So that what it will send a good signal to the federal government that these people are really ready for it. Now they wait until September when Fulani has butchered everybody, killed everybody in the states before he passed the law. This I truly see the reason why the reason why Northern Arewa youth has really held us hostage is because of some persons have sold themselves to this northern group. Everything you want to do, you must always involve the northern region. Everything you want to do, you want to do. Now that is why the day, if you remember, the northern group said that the decision does not hold
Yes. You say the decision does not hold, is not weighty, does not.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine the governors having held a meeting, came out with what resolution, and the other youths are saying that the resolution is not weighty. It shows
Southern leaders are frustrated.
What else you want us to say? Because some persons are very loyal to these people, and they think that without them we cannot do without them. We can simply forge ahead without this northern group. That is why every decision that the governors make here, they are always making mockery and jest of the governors.
When it comes to election, who determines the election? Is it who determines the president in Nigeria? Is it a group or a region or the elections? Because to me it seems that the other way is
politics. They say it was game of interest and game of numbers. Now the North has the numbers, so in line with that, they determine who become the president.
What are elections?
Which kind of election? We do election for Nigeria. I mean, you since they don't born you don't select for Nigeria. That's an election.
Abiola's election.
Which of the Abiola election? You are alive. See, forget Nigeria election. See, it is who the Fulani tells you that this is become president, and that is why they are. That is why they can confidently say that if you don't reverse the open grazing law, southern governors will not become president come 2023. That is why they can come out boldly to tell the southern governors. And now I bet you, I start to be corrected now. Majority of the government of these southern governors will shift their stance and their grounds because of this ambition. Because some of them will like, without them we cannot become presidents, and most of them would reverse this decision at the detriment of their own people interest. At the detriment of the people, and then in the expense of their own interest. You can see where it lies. So I believe in this stage now, the only best way for us is just to leave this contraption called Nigeria, because these people feel that they are the original owners of Nigeria, which is not supposed to be so. That is why they can do anything and go scot-free. That is why you see Gumi going about demanding from ransom from the kidnapped students. That is why you see majority of them now. Ever since you've been in this country, have you seen a bandit has never been tried in the court of law? A bandit, police cannot arrest bandits. Wakili that was arrested, has he not been released today? So these are see that is why they believe that they are born to rule. That is the mindset these people carry about. And that is why our governors too does not want doesn't have their own stand to always tell these people no, Nigeria belongs to everybody. Any small thing you run under them, every small thing you run under them. So sir, whatever resolution they reach, Hausa man would always come out confidently and boldly tell you that your resolution you've reached would not stand.
Okay, looking at this situation, what do you think Nigeria should do as Nigerians? What do you think we should do? Since one set of the country is determining whatever happens, and that when we have a
it is not one set of the country. The northern region dictates everything that happen within this entity, within this what contraption. The only best way is what, let everybody go their separate path. Now let them remain. Just like what Mr. Chigozie said, he said let them remain in their Nigeria and let the what Oduduwa and the Biafra, let them go. Since they want to claim Nigeria, let them remain in their own Nigeria, and let those of us that are not happy with the way things are going, let us go. Now it is so visible. You go to every government parastatals, every government establishment, every government agency, you will find a Fulani man there who is always at the top, and those who are from other regions, you find them beneath them. Must we continue like that? And we keep saying one Nigeria, one Nigeria, one Nigeria. Is this how the parties one Nigeria? My brother, one Nigeria na scam.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. David. Thank you very much. Okay, we have Mr. Matthew. Matthew, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I have a very special question to ask.
Special.
No, not really special, but you have been making comments that everybody says that the best way to handle banditry is to bomb the bandits and the students. Now that the students are free, what should the government do?
Okay, you see, thank you very much. Matthew is the name. RFI have repeatedly said that the bandits have lost the right to life. In a way, I agree with him. And he was quoted to have said, when some students were in captivity before now, that they were ready to burn the bandits, even if it means killing some of the students. It was an option he considered better to pay ransom. He has always been an advocate of paying ransom will encourage kidnapping. Logically, he's correct. Now, if actually they don't have innocent students in captivity, I think this is the best time to go about offensive. This is the best time to deploy all the air platform against the bandits. This is the best time to decimate them, as no Nigerian will be ready to take excuse for failure going forward. Because if we have our Alpha jets, we have all our air platform, we have seen the speed of light with which it was deployed to Olo against unknown government, as the government want to make us understand, and some other places in some other parts of the country. But what is tying the hand of government in deploying the same strength against the bandits? We have seen pictorial evidences, even some video evidences, how Shegumi visited bandits in the process of trying to negotiate and broker peace. So I think if we don't have innocent students in captivity, this is the right time for federal government to show its resolve and rain terror on the bandits. Like as Erva have said, that the bandits have lost right to life. Let us see it reflect in the tenacity of the federal government going forward to decimate the bandits so that they will lose that capacity to come and kidnap people. That's what I see.
Okay, looking at the southern governors, Fulani groups threatening southern governors, saying ban on open grazing in September will make them lose 2023 presidency. Let's look at that threat. What do you think of it?
I think it's an empty threat. I encourage the southern governors to make bold their decision. Recently, Ogun State have promulgated a law banning open grazing. Even before the southern governors came up with that decision, anti-open grazing law have been in existence in Benue State. So what I'm saying in essence is, even before now, the Rivers State governor, in person of Wike, have shown resolve to promulgate that law in his state. Now there is a deadline from, as part of outcome from Southern Governor Forum, that 21st of September all of them should promulgate law banning open grazing. I think it's the right way to go, because if there is no law, you cannot go against anybody who is going about open grazing. But when there is a law in place, you can now charge the police that has the mandate to enforce the law to go and enforce the law. But I don't think the southern governors will back down. The only area I see challenge is the willingness of police to enforce that law. Because however I look at it, it's the police that has the mandate to enforce law. And we are seeing the body language of the federal government that they are against any law that is banning open grazing. Considering the statement that was recently accredited to Mr. President, where Mr. President charged the Minister of Justice and the person of Malami to go and recover non-existent open grazing routes and grazing reserve. So to that extent, I think Mr. President is not in support of any law that is banning open grazing. So if that is the situation, I see police having lackadaisical attitude in enforcing any law that is against open grazing. But however I look at it, it is irrespective of the feeling of Mr. President or any other person for that matter. The law is the law. Any state that have enacted the law, the police should enforce it. Like in Ogun State now, the Commissioner of Police in Ogun State is supposed to deploy all his personnel to ensure that they enforce that law. And any person that violates it, no matter how highly placed, should be arrested and prosecuted. That is how to run a democracy. That is how to operate within the rule of law.
Okay, how does the 2023 presidency come to play here? The threatening southern governors that they are going to lose 2023 presidency if they continue on this ban.
I've seen the threats. They even went as far as saying that going by the voting strength of the Fulani, they have about 17 million registered voters. But again, I don't think that threat will make the southern part of the country to lose 2023. Because however I look at it, logically speaking, the south is ripe to produce the president come 2023. Politically speaking, they are right. By our standard, the presidency should come to the south. I know and agree that there is no aspect of the constitution that talks about zoning. That is a known fact. But we also have the circumstances surrounding when Obasanjo became president in 2003. And we also have the circumstances surrounding when Yar'Adua became president in 2011 or so. We also have the circumstances surrounding when Buhari became president in 2015. All the scenarios play out as a result of this region have gone and this region have not gone. So it's a function of where do we currently, from which region do we have a president that is in the saddle. If Buhari is in the saddle for 8 years, going by Nigerian polity, it's a common sense to say that the southern part of the country is the one that will produce the president. I think the argument should be which part of the south should produce it. And looking at that, I think it should be zeroed down to the southeast. That notwithstanding, there is no law that says it must be southeast. But common sense tells you that southeast is more ripe to have the position of the president come 2023. But for me, the threat of the Fulani, considering their voting strength, is not sufficient to stop the southern part of the country from producing the president.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Matthew. Let's look at one more. This barrister Emeke says that Biafra can be a region in Nigeria.
Biafra can be a region in Nigeria.
Like the original founder of IPOB, he's saying that. So
the truth is this: if you restructure Nigeria, and Nigeria runs on a platform of true federalism, the average man who is agitating from the southeast, from the southwest, and from the south and every other region for that matter will be satisfied and be willing to embrace Nigerian structure. The reason we are seeing agitation is because some persons are lording it over other people. There are so many imbalances in the system. Good thing, the constitution captured federal character, but you don't see that play out when the government give up position. So that's why I see people are being aggrieved. Look at this current government that have even elevated nepotism to the highest level. That have even made nepotism their hallmark. So truly speaking, if you go back to 1963 constitution, where you have regional system of governance, where you have regional structure, where you have true federalism, where you allow region to explore whatever God-given natural resources they have and pay tax to federal government, where you allow region to grow at their own pace, people will stand on to this project of Nigeria. You are seeing agitation because of imbalance in the system, because of long age, unaddressed imbalance in Nigeria. That is why you are seeing agitation. So truly speaking, if you have a true federalism, agitation will come down and people will sign on to this project called Nigeria.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Good morning. My brother. Good morning.
Biafra can be a region in Nigeria from the founder, according to the Vanguard, from the founder of IPOB, Barrister Emekesi. Barrister Emekesi.
Biafra can be a region
in Nigeria.
If you are not looking for a region under the standard of Biafra, you know why? Biafra did not start in our time. We meet Biafra. You don't know. Biafra struggle is one of the struggle that many people don't know that even Southern Sudan that fight for struggle, Biafra have been fighting for struggle before them, but they didn't get their freedom because of some lifestyle of the people in the east, those ones that are benefiting from the government, and 85% are not benefiting. That is what we are. Only people that are benefiting from it are the president, the governors, the representatives, the senators. Because if you are not in the system, you cannot benefit from there, and that is why the same oppression from other places, that is what make the call for Biafra started during Ujuku time, because of the oppression of from the north. All those Awolowo, Kefa Balewa and other, they marginalize the Igbo, look at them as people that cannot be anything, and that is what caused the agitation that Ojukwu had to come back to fight that Biafra must stand. He fight for the struggle, and nobody that fight. I want to tell you, even though that man that is turned himself, that Oba, I don't want to disrespect him because he's a king, but he should not turn himself to a spokesman for Sunday Igboho. Sunday Igboho, I've never begged him to be a spokesperson for him. Oluwa of Iwo, he turned himself to a spokesman for Sunday Igboho overnight because of he want to collect Ghana must go from Buhari. That is what all those our traditional rulers have turned to. What they are after, he has to collect Ghana must go, and that's why they can come out any day, any time, and talk what is in their mind to gain favor. The favor that you have been planning to gain from the north, what have you achieved? Nothing. You are planning, you are moving up front, killing your people to gain favor with the north, but the north don't stand your face, and you are still risking the life of your region because of north. And I told you day before yesterday that where will the certain governor even put September long for open grazing ban? September is too far. If I were be in the position to tell them, I will have given them 24 hours, because overnight Esme will invade your place and they will come there, they will build where they will stay. Overnight, and you are giving them how many months? We are in July, August, September, almost 2 months. You know how many people that will die? I tell you that day. And because I know that those people, the governor themselves, I don't know their stand, because they don't know their stand anymore. That is why the Fulani, who are the Fulani, who are the Menta, that our governors, people representing the state of the southern region, who rise up to speak, and the Menta and the Fulani, that I don't know where they carry their come from, will be creating the governors. That anybody that, my brother, because I didn't blame them all, I blame the eastern and southern governor and the western governor that don't know their stand. If they know their stand, The Fulani can never threaten them in any way.
They don't know their stand.
They don't know their stand. If they know their stand, they know what to do overnight. They know what to do overnight to stop those people not to operate in any bush. What are you telling me? If they know what to do as a governor representing a certain region, all of them, and we still have sabotage among them from the east, those ones that join from another party, because when they are having, they say, certain governor meeting. So those ones that want to die under Buhari, that want to die for Buhari leg, they no come. Ayade no come, you know, send representative. This other governor, David Mai no come. Hope Uzodinma no come. Where are they? They are there in the east, because those are the evil men that Buhari planned in the east to cause havoc, to cause commotion, to make the life of the eastern people, the Biafra people, ungovernable. That's why they don't want to anything that will go against Buhari. They don't put their mind, because they are afraid of Buhari. Buhari that have never had any value since he assumed office. In 2015, he never had any value to life of people. But only what Buhari is taking from us is to kill our people. And you are dying with him, laughing with him. The Obas, the Ohaneze, the king, all these Obong of Calab, all of them, they cannot speak. What are the pastors? What are the general overseers? That's why the pastors said their mind no good. That's why TV Joshua died. How many general overseers of Nigeria you see for burial? They don't go because they don't like themselves. That is why a pastor will be on the pulpit to condemn another church that he member should not attend. And all of us won't go heaven. Which heaven we won't go? That is why we find ourselves the place we are today. Because of some of the pastors that don't know why they will call to follow Christ. They say they are following Christ, but they cannot walk in the footsteps of Christ. That is how our leader have. Okay? Anytime when you want to, if only say they want Nigeria to stand again, anybody that want to assume office, they should stop giving them. Because those our leaders look at Bible, look at Quran as business instrument. They don't trust in that Bible. They should give them Ogu to swear. Give them better charm. Amadioha. If you swear without Amadioha, you cannot go there. How can you want to swear an oath to lead a nation? They will give you Bible. They will give you Quran. You go hold up. You still swear. But when you enter that seat, you begin to do what you like, because you copy from those pastors. The pastor that's supposed to show the legacy, they are not showing it. The only what they are showing is hatred to themselves. A pastor will tell you that, go, God is with you, but when him is going home, you see how many convoy, escort following, and we are still deceiving ourselves. Is that how we want to continue? Nigeria have the most higher pastor all over the world. But those pastors now, it's only few that is a pastor elected, that is a dunamis. I respect the man, but for him to call DSS to come arrest people that come to his church.
He has cleared. He wasn't the one that called DSS.
Who called the DSS? Is it not the security working with him? The police people that arrest those people hand over to DSS. Because they where Buhari must go. Buhari said that have sucked the life. Okay, what them all are playing for made Buhari that turn to blood-sucking demon and suck everybody life. One day, that Abuja where they day, many of them say go want to pray, won't come up for there, because they don't get the value of human being. I wonder what did they preach. We should learn. All those our pastors, general overseer, Pastor Adeboye, during Jonathan time, Adeboye had to raise a prayer walk in Redeem camp. Where is he today? Where is Tunde Bakari? All those who are after money. Okay? We should tell ourselves the truth. All of them now refuse to speak. The traditional ruler refuse to speak. The bishop and other people that are in the top of power refuse to speak. They had former activists like the likes of Wole Soyinka, all of them are nowhere to be found. But under Jonathan, all of them rise up. They say Jonathan, Wole Soyinka, all of them there for Ojota protesting against Jonathan, but the dictator, the devil himself with the human being clothed, he's on the throne tormenting the life of everybody, doing what is in mind. And those people that can rise up in 2015, I mean 14, they could not rise up now again. Me say Nigeria is gone, because some people like we will not. I don't get gun. I did not have gun. I did not have knife to fight government. But what do I have to fight the government is this my mouth. Because I know that our voice must hear. Our voice, so if the line may they begin to send their DSS, police, army, killing people the way they have been, because it has been their usual business. Killing innocent people, shooting up and down, but the headsmen, the Fulani are threatening with evidence. The Fulani are threatening people with evidence. If Fulani will go to a community and kill people and will say that they were responsible.
In Zamfara State, bandits kill 49.
Now they tell you who kill them. Shebi they tell them say na dem kill them. They create responsibility. And don't tell me Fulani are still working freely. Police nowhere to be found to arrest those people. The Meta leader is in Aso Rock. Daniel Buhari. Gumi is Daniel Buhari. Those are the one terrorist group. Gumi and Pantami. All of that is Daniel Buhari in Aso Rock. And what the problem of Buhari is, are the Eastern people, Eastern youth. Buhari had to declare the whole Eastern people terrorists. Where the main terrorists are the bandits and the headsmen. They are working freely there. And all of us. It means if I tell you, if I see police they pass, I dey fear because I don't know who them be. If I see soldiers they pass, I see the fear because all of them now. We don't trust them again. We lose hope on our security agencies. Okay? We need a new nation, not a region. The region, the eastern region, the western region, the northern region. What do we achieve? Not be nepotism and hatred. What do we need? Now new country. Give us new country, give us Biafra, give us Duduwa. I tell you before, now I'm not going back. If they let us divide Nigeria in 30 places, none of my business. But let them divide it so that we will know who is who. Not by taking what belongs to another person and still bragging with that person to give am 3%. You are taking oil from the south and telling the host community that have the oil. Say they said that will give 3%. Representatives say, oh, say they said representatives say 3%. Say they say 5%. They begin to drag with somebody that has on to you. My brother, now so work continue. You don't tire me. What I have to tell them, Buhari is not capable of ruling this. The only one Buhari capable of is to destroy the country. Is to destroy the country, and he have destroyed Nigeria. He have destroyed everything concerning the life of the people. They have shed blood. They have killed innocent people that even, okay, a time will come. A time will come. The blood of innocent children go just walk out for road. You go to see all this blood whether they share, bandit they share up and down. Go they cry for road. That's why the bandit are heartless. They are heartless. The bandit are heartless. They have been killing people every day, everywhere, morning and night. And you tell me say the thing go better, divide Nigeria, make peace day. Divide Nigeria and save life. If not, people go see die plenty. Divide this country, save life. Now what I had to tell them today, yesterday in Zamfara, how many people died? How many people? 49 people. Every day you come, who they kill the people? Herdsmen. And they say herdsmen are there in Abuja, living with Buhari, eating with him. And Buhari is turn himself the enemy of the south and the east.
Mr. Sunday, I have Mr. Good morning, Mr.
Good morning. You let my eye different for here. Yes, good morning viewers at home. Good morning everybody.
Okay.
Yes.
From Barrister Emeka Siri, original founder of IPOB, says that Biafra can be a region in Nigeria. What's your take on that?
Well, before I even react to that, let me correct. Okay, let me even greet our viewers and most of the comment. Good morning, everybody. I really admire your comment. I love your comment. Thank you very much. You can please like our page. Yes. Then Promise TV. We are just in Nigeria and we are there. Then Mr. Ishola Samuel was, and I think Sarah Chuk was saying happy weekend. As well, we don't know what to be happy about, only for the gift of life. But every other thing in the country, I don't know, maybe we are in Germany too, or maybe in another part of the world, would have been much more happier than we are. Yes, looking at the headlines, and I think Biafra can be a region in Nigeria. Emeka Siri, I don't think is the original founder of the Biafra. If you read about your well, if you read about the origin of the agitation of indigenous people of Biafra, it dates back to 1967 and 1970, the Civil War. So I really don't know if there's one person who you can say was a founder. I think it was the movement of the people as a result of the happening as at that point in time. So it was more or less a no-face movement as at that point in time. So we probably might not be able to ascribe it to one person. Even Ojukwu cannot claim to be a founder of the Biafra. Because even as I went, when the agitation was on, Ojukwu was still in the Nigerian army. Yes, he was a member of the army, inside army. So of which the killings and some of the agitation that resulted to the civil war was on. So you really cannot, in quotes, say there's one particular person that...
As you have tackled that one,
yes.
Can Biafra be a region? What's the possibility of Biafra being a region?
Well, I wouldn't understand the context of the Biafra being a region. And that brings up to another debate. Because just like we've said here over time, that we've practiced regional government is the best way to go. So if you are saying Biafra should be a region, what happens to the other region? So does the current structure, who is good to bring up a promulgation of 1964 on grazing route, smart enough to bring on the 1963 constitution that talks about regionalism? So that itself might solve some of the issues. So,
okay, let's look at the Fulani groups threatening Southern governors. Says ban on open grazing in September will make them lose 2023 presidency.
Yes, I love the North for always being coordinated in coming out, irrespective of the logic of their statement. Either it's reasonable or not, or is widely acceptable. When they come out to express their feelings against either an anti-people policy or for the people policy, they are always factual and straightforward. They stand for it, say their inconsistent or probably illogical statement with unison. And I give it to them in that regard, since the South is still sleeping and docile. Let me say this. There's a Yoruba adage that says, Majamasa laughing maki konju. Aki konju to ba maja ti o ba mo sa inu won ni mbogun lo. Don't worry, I'm not a Yoruba guy, but let me interpret it for those who probably might not be able to understand the Yoruba language or the proverb. It simply means that as a warrior or a fighter in a war front, there are times you need to push forward and there are times you need to retrogress. You check your strategy, you check your fighting techniques. So if you're always on the frontier of pushing, you might end up in the war and die. You won't come back to tell the story. So now in looking at that and looking at the statement by the Fulani group or Fulani S-men or whichever guys they come under, and look at the southern governor whose hypocritical tendencies and the divisional politics pattern over the years. So they need to be more strategic and they need to sit back, check historical antecedents of how they've been betraying themselves for a portion of porridge. So they need to be holistic in this approach. Since they lost 2014 to sit down and put the South together, and the history repeated itself again, they have another chance to so collectively sit down again and be holistic in their approach. Even though I don't believe for one that maybe it's for the general interest of the Southerner. So I've also put that they should look more on restructuring some key things. But having said that, it is politics. There's no justification to what is right or wrong. The North can win the presidency in 2023 if they are serious. The South is still unserious to me. Personally.
They are saying they are bluffing.
They are just running their mouth, especially the governors, not the citizens. The citizens are smart enough. They've been demanding for some things like the electronic electoral act has returned electronic remittances of the vote. So the southern populace, the citizen, the common man, the youth are conversant to demand for the just, for standard operation of electioneering and basic human rights. But when it comes to the leadership structure, that is where we got it wrong. We have a system that is archaic and parochial, where selfish interests has characterized most of their demands. So in looking at our political elite system and what is obtainable in the North is more cohesive and cooperative to hit the nail on the head where it matters. Even when what they are fighting for is not making sense. So I was listening to Baba Ahmed a spokesperson of the Northern Alliance Fulani, who played hypocrisy and double standard to say that the statement of the Southern governors is an intimidation or is dangerous. No, that's wrong. The North played a more critical role in 2014 against Jonathan. Even when the result on Ghana showed that the North has occupied more than 70% of the presidency from 1960. Nigeria has produced about 15-16 presidency in all. We don't need book to start reciting that. I'll tell you, we don't need book. Now, Agui Ironsi was there for now up to a year, 6 months or so. And then Shoneko, another man from the West, was not. They did not use up to 6 months before they push him aside. Zik, the ceremonial head, will only use maybe 1 time, 4 years. Obasanjo is the only president that came in 1977, used about 3 and something years, and came back and used 8 years. So the North, out of 60 years independence, has used about 48 years, while the South barely has used about 21 or 22 years. So if you're going to analytical facts, you will notice that an independence from 1960 to 2021 is 61 years, minus 48. So the yours has almost used 50 years. Almost. So it means if you calculate the number of years, it should give you close to about 70% of the total numbers of lifespan Nigeria has existed as a nation. So when you now bring that into the logic, that is the presidency. I'm not going to federal, but it's something I have done personally, and I'm telling you categorically that they have occupied about almost 70% of all federal portfolios. So when you now estimate that in context of what, in fact, both democratically and in terms of military, they've occupied more. So when you now estimate that in the statement of Ahmed Baba, who is saying, and the Meyeti Allah, who were just saying, gallivanting on point that does not have meaning.
They did not have more states, more local government.
No, it wasn't a factor of state that they became president in the military era. It was a factor of pushing some people aside, and was Abacha is a factor of state, and the constitution was not drafted to include everybody at the same pace. So it doesn't mean that because you have more state and you don't have resources, you should be ruling when you don't have anything to pioneer your state. You can create state overnight now everywhere, if it is state that we use. But the question is, do you have the resources to pioneer the state? Those are the questions. So it is decided that has the resources that should be the major people that should even rule more. So Ahmed Baba now allow logic to stand on his head by saying they need a leader that should see Nigeria as one, not the leaders that allowed the current problem of that. As if they were not part of those, the Northern Elders Forum, who brought in this current administration. So on that regard, Ahmed Baba flawed, using the principle of double standard, which the North have always been known. That is why they can fight for the North for some things. You are fighting our people so that the people will remain in the abject poverty and ignorance, abject mental deficiency. Now the North, most of the schools are not functioning. I did my NYC in Adamawa before I redeployed back to Lagos because of insecurity. 70% of the northern schools, primary, secondary, is not functioning. So with the level of insecurity again that has ravaged the North, even when the school was functioning, what is their schooling system? You can subject a secondary school GSS1 to SS3 students in some of their schools, spoken English, written English. So when you now subject this kind of people coming out to political assets and now say, we need a leader, they play hypocrisy at a point in time. Then all of a sudden they will now change. We need a leader, not like this bad set of leaders we have in the Nigeria. The bad set of leaders we have is as a result of their making. The North has always been arrogant why they don't have anything to offer the system. They don't have anything in resources, they don't have the intellect. They don't have anything. When you check the guys in the current hub that have discovered technologically, whiskey, the Bonner Boy, educationally, mentally, socially, physically, spiritually, it's from the South. The guy that discovered the Unilag and the private university boy, what's his name? That discovered the tech hub that was bought over by a US firm. They are all from the South. The other Igbo guy that discovered, what's the name of that, is HCC or whatever. Most of these guys are from the brilliant South. So when you just Google the Mafidon family, you want to go on and on, I have a documentary of how the South has pioneered the development of cut across Africa and the world. So when you don't see this kind of people who, I don't know, do not have bad representation, maybe because of their level of illiteracy and ignorance. You see Ahmed Baba, who at a point would use the point of deception. That is not to say there are no Northerners that are brilliant. The brilliant ones have been molded to always see this less intellectual one come out and represent them badly in the public space. And that is one thing the northern populace, the citizens are different from the south. Irrespective of what any politician can say, some of the southern youths can take them on national podium. There are some southern elders who will differ with some of the southern politicians. There are some southern technocrats who will come on public and differ with some of the southern governors' position on certain issues. And we've seen that amplified. And that is more or less a check and balances in the southern Nigeria. So that has given out a robust conversation. How many newspaper stands you have in North where they have this kind of conversation? You can subject it to an open debate. How many from all the TV stations you've watched, on the online radio station, all the platforms, cut across TVC channels, Arise TV, how many of them do you engage as public affairs analysts, as public affairs commentators? So it shows a lot of what is contributed into the system and the kind of people that speaks for them. So that is why we say maybe a division of the country or a regional alignment can go a long way, because the differences in what is obtainable and what we have between the north and south is becoming so obvious. It's becoming too much. The gap is becoming too evident. So you can go for a pantami of which Kemi Adeosun by mere allegation of a publication by a newspaper. She resigned. But a certain set of governors stood behind a terrorist affiliate personality. So it has always shown that we have differences. The differences are so enormous that we cannot cope together under one umbrella of so-called presidents. It's a pity we find ourselves. So the statement from the northern group, using that as a threat, to which it's okay by me. It's not about the presidency to the south, but what will that person do in terms of affecting the common man? 70% of the friends I know only did masters because they don't have job. Will you see that? Go and do masters now. Instead of sitting at home, everything will be well low. So why not pick up masters from? And so you use masters in your joblessness of having a 4th degree as a consolation because of joblessness. So that's the situation we find ourselves. So
what determines election? Is it a region or?
No, it's the power that be now. No, it's president.
Why do we now organize elections?
For sake of formalities. You don't understand? So that it will look as if it's just like somebody writing jam in some certain part of the country. Just score 100 so that it will look as if you did not write. Or score 150. Yeah. So sometimes some of those things are for sake of formality. If we are looking for robust democracy, whereby vote can, they should electronize it. So that if the Igbo man in Lagos want to vote for another candidate that is not within the party or any alignment in Lagos, he can quietly, without intimidation, the landlord will tell them you're going to pack. Vote. If the Hausa man in Lagos want to vote against the popular opinion as a result of ethnic alignment or religious belief or politics of benefactor and parochial sentiment, he can secretly go there and do that electronically. But is it a country that we don't have light for small SMEs business that will go electronic? That is another problem.
You mean in the banks there's network issue?
Bank is a different, it's private firm. You don't compare how serious those ones are in their private business to something that is in Nigerian. Anything that results within the Nigerian government is bound to fail. If the music or entertainment industry happens to be under the Nigerian government, Wizkid and Burna Boy won't collect Grammys. The Grammys is a US-based award. Nigerians are collecting it. So it shows that if the youth are giving it core template, I can rule better than the Buhari as the president of this country. I know about that. So many of the so-called governors, they don't even understand what they say when they come out to public domain. I was listening to Yahya Bello when he said there is no place in the constitution that says rotational president. He was right. But Yahya Bello is one of the youth that have disgraced the youth. That hypocrisy and double standards has bastardized his end. So because there's no rotational presidency, it should go back to the north that has produced another presidency because he has an ambition. So you have people who are not consistent in being fair to themselves. Now the question you should be asking Yahya, has he done so well? He should bring his portfolios and what he has done to now start arguing for some of these positions. In as much as I respect the fact that the North Central and the Southeast has not produced presidency, but we should also include to our mind that the part of the North that has produced presidency, logically, is not a constitutional based argument I'm bringing. Logically and for fairness and integration, so also bring in the other part of the South should be the South should be the one to bring in the next president.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Samuel. Somebody said that Mr. Samuel should be the new Okokondem. in this new Republic of Biafra.
Abi.
What happened
Thank you.
to Mr.
No, you know, in Nigeria, they can open a commission or a new ministry to accommodate people. You can just wake up tomorrow and open a new ministry just to accommodate anybody.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr.
Okay,
Samuel.
thank you.
Yes, thank you. Obine TV. Olorunfemi Bernard. I have Mr. Kunle. Good morning.
Yeah, morning. I'm happy to be here this morning. How you doing, man?
Fine.
Quite a good day.
He's saying that federal government should stop hunting Igboho, that he wants to beg Buhari for Igboho, that he will bring him for a peace talk. I want to respond to that.
Yeah, it's all utterances. He's even one of the guys that made the king that I could blame on Igboho's behavior, because as of the time Igboho was carrying out the chasing out of the killer S-men, Fulani S-men, this same Oluwo was the one encouraging that they should relocate to his region. They should relocate to his domain, which is Iwo. And now the bubble has been busted now, and this guy now is coming back to say he wants to beg for Igboho. You have been castigating him, you have been nailing him. I mean, I don't know the kind of leader we have in this southwest. These are Yoruba Obas. They sold us out. They are the ones that sold land to all this. Majority of them are the cause of all this Fulani herdsmen killer, because they sold land to them. How did Fulani men have land to stay in your domain? If not that you sold, you collect money. There are evidence that came out that all these Yoruba Obas, they are the ones selling land to Fulani herdsmen, and by that one, they are the one exchanging our land for our life. Right? They put them in a place, they turn to monsters, then they will start killing their own people. And you could see what happened in Gongo. How did Fulani people go to Gongo? How did they settle down in the Gongo? You know, when a stranger comes to your home, you need to understand him, you need to profile him. They don't profile this guy, they will just bring them in. So all this Oba, they should go and sit down. Sorry to say, we know who are my Oba. We know who are my king. I know who is my king among the Yorubas Oba. That's it.
Okay, Fulani groups threatening southern governors over. They are banned on open grazing.
I think they should be. Another name for them is madness. Those people threatening the executive, the elected governors, we elected with our vote. One ex-man that does not even go to primary school, that does not even know the 4 walls of school, is not threatening for what? You see, I won't blame them, because our southern governors too, they've been sold out for long. They've been silent for long. And the suffering has been too much for us for long. What they're supposed to fight for, our right they're supposed to fight in Abuja, they will get to Abuja, they will change narrative. You know? So why would you expect this northerners to be threatening? Because they are like slaves. The relationship between southern and north is relationship of slave and master. Who is the master? These are the power mongers. People that believe the power belongs to them. That no other region has the access to the power. So they are the power mongers, and they believe they own all the powers in this country. Now, what I'm saying now, if they say there's not going to be Southern president, let's not elect their own president. Let South too elect their own president.
Under the same constitution?
I've told you several times that this constitution we are using is Oluwole constitution. It's a scam constitution. We need a new constitution. But is there any time frame for us to fix up a new constitution? Is there any time frame? The way things are going now, is there any time frame? Look at what is happening all around. Igboho is wanted. Kanu is under arrest. Gumi is working freely. Shekau, bandits are busy capturing states in Borno state. You know, planting their flag there, collecting tax.
Bandits in 49 in 5 years.
Yeah, you can imagine. All those things that happen. How many people are Kanu killed? How many people are Igboho killed? If you say Kanu is inciting, bring evidence. Igboho there, bring out how many people he has killed. Let us know. He has not. They've not crossed the red flag. They've not crossed the red flag. And the funniest thing now is still your Southerner, your fellow Southerner, they will send to you to come and kill you. Your Southern security men, they will send to you to come and harass you. Look at what happened in Ojotaje against all these the agitations, the Yoruba nation agitation. The whole commissioner lynched, terror on the citizen. And thank God he's a Yoruba man likewise. Is that all? A girl life was his destiny. Her destiny was was cut short. That girl, who know, that would have been our minister for finance in future. They just wasted the girl life. All for the sake you want to safeguard a rally that is being peaceful. Nobody carry any gun, nobody shoot any gun. You know. So we Southerners say we are power what? We are always power drunk. You want to do eye service in front of your paymasters. What the commissioner did in that Ojota is just an eye service. Eye service. And thank God the human rights people are rising up against him. Now we South now, I still repeat it, if the North doesn't want our presidency, let them go and form their own presidency. Then we will form our own presidency. Yeah? Then I think that they are even trying to use their hand to divide the country themselves. And to be better for us, if they start that, I will be the most happiest man. If they start that.
Final thought on this Southern governors issue with the Fulani?
It still stands. They're giving ultimatum to you. When? September. The September is still in our mind. If they don't do that, we ourselves will rise to defend ourselves, because all this open grazing, this killing, this mining, this encroaching of farmlands, of our farmland in the south, will still continue. So if the governor has set the pace now, and we will not tell them we have citizens. They have people that will back them up. We've just been expecting them since to wake up from slumber. But thank God, in which we have to do a thanksgiving for all these governors that they're waking up from slumber. So if they've set the pace, they've set the tone. So we ourselves, you and I, everybody, we have to protect this territory against any open grazing. Yes. Any cow you see on the road as from September, you have a right to arrest it, because it's meant to destroy your farm. You have in Akute, your farm, you have in enough of all this nonsense, enough of all this rubbish.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, my brother, man.
Thank you very much.
You are spoken well.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, good morning,
Ichie
Chuku. Yeah.
Mazi Raphael.
Yeah, my brother, I am Ichie Raphael,
Okay.
otherwise known as MC Rap Transvant. I'm here once again, you viewers in diaspora and abroad. Good morning, everybody there. We have come here to uncage what they have been caging for a long time. Many information for you. They hide it from you. Nigeria spent 34.something trillion in 2020. They used 33.4 trillion for debt servicing. We made 34.something trillion in 2020. We used 33.something to service debt. Minus and no what remains. I'm not talking about the stolen ones. I'm not talking about ghost workers, hidden projects, embezzled money, thwarted projects. Money that has gone down to the drain. I'm talking about servicing debt alone, 33.something trillion. The money we made in the whole transactions in this country, human resources, natural resources, do you understand? Wise, 34.something. Then do we use 33.something to service debt? Christian, how do you say it? My brother, this is not Benin Republic. This is Republic of Rats. Federal Republic of Rats. We don't know what we are doing. We have failed woefully on security, woefully on security. What are we doing? Woefully on economy. We have failed woefully on economy. Nothing is going on well in Nigeria. We made 33 something, 34 as everything, the whole transaction in 2020. Last year, then we used 33 point something for debt servicing. Jesus Christ is Lord.
Okay. Biafra can be a region in Nigeria that is original founder of IPOB, according to the Vanguard. Biafra can be a region in Nigeria.
I don't know how much they have given him. I don't know how much they have given that man that said it. Barrister Emeka Siri. I don't know why. He said that Biafra can be a region in Nigeria. Well, anyway, let me just explain. If we embark on confederation, he is right. It means Biafra on their own, Oduduwa on their own, Arewa on their own, Midbelt on their own, Nigeria as a name, maybe will be in the centrality. Are you listening? Then now all these regions I name, they will be bringing certain percentage in the center called Nigeria. You see, in that right, that aspect, the gentleman is right. But what is going on now, the way every average Nigerian understands it, the man is wrong. Oduwa Republic want to go their way. Arewa and the so-called what they call them, North. That's the name they call themselves. Abi, Arewa, Federal Republic of Arewa, Mid-Belt, Biafra. Everybody should go. The arrangement called Nigeria has been disarranged. Are you listening to me? Everything disconnected. It's not working anymore. Everybody should go. So that's why I'm of the opinion that the man is talking nonsense. Biafra can never be a region in another country. Biafra can only be a region in Eastern Africa, East Africa. We are part of that geography, part of that cardinal point. East. Biafra is going to be a region in the Eastern Africa. I don't know where Barrister Mesri is getting his point from. I don't know where he's even driving to or where he's driving from. I don't know whether you understand me. Biafra is going to be a region on his own, on that eastern part of Africa. He is wrong. This self-determination started by Ojukwu in 1967 as a result of too much killing. They wasted our lives. The young man said, no, I can't bear this. Let me consult what? The Ohaneze, the so-called Ohaneze. Let me tell you, he's senior you. Ohaneze senior you as a group, platform. He consulted Efik. He consulted the Igbo, the Niger Delta Igbos. He consulted the Igbo, Go, Aguleri, Mweri people. Ohofia, Arochukwu. He consulted everybody, even some people from Benue. Do you understand? We were together then. Egala, everybody, Doma. This is what happened. We don't want to be with these people. They are zoo. They kill, they butcher. They took Igbos in the north to slaughterhouse and dismember their bodies. Package it in a trailer, some trains. Some were brought by trailer, some were brought by train. Do you understand? And the show also, these are children. Ojukwu said, no, let me declare my region a separate entity. Do you understand? Another country. He did it successfully. Nigerian regime, Biafran regime, what started? So let me tell you, there was a country then called Biafra. From 1967 to 1970, a country called Biafra did very well. Well militarized. We fought Egypt, we fought Libya, we fought Chad, we fought the almighty Britain, we fought Russia, we fought Niger Republic, we fought everybody. Cameroon even was not in our support. Are you listening to me? We fought them for 36 months, 3 years. So there was an arrangement, neatly arranged region, country called Biafra. We had our currency, we had our international airport at Uli, we had our bunker, we had everything at Umuahia. We made our gun, we produced our arms. We had our bomb, it's a very popular bomb. Obunigbe, ask Google if you don't know, Google will teach you. Obunigbe, Ojukwu port. Do you understand? We had everything in place. We have our foreign ministers, we have our logistics, we have everything in order. People like Chunuwa Achebe Patuk, people like Roy Umenyi was there. People like late Kenneth Onkadike was there. There was a country called Biafra. I don't know where this man is coming from. MSR, that a region, Biafra can be a region in Nigeria. No, some people talk because they have money. Some people talk because they lack knowledge. So the only thing this guy could echo out from his dry brain is to come on the front page of newspaper and be writing this nonsensical sense of nonsense that Biafra could be a region in Nigeria. Give me another question.
Threatening Southern governors, saying their ban on open grazing will make them lose 2023 presidency.
Thank you so much. Do you know why? The Southern governors are sleeping. They always sleep. They see the needful. They see what to do. Because they always go to North, Abuja, and collect bribe. They can't say what to do. They can't do what they want to do. They can't do what is needed of them to do. They can't do the needful. Fulani herdsmen, can they go to Kano State and started people's farm and start grazing on their farms. Can Fulani men carry their cow? Do you know that there is no open grazing in the northern Nigeria? Go and ask people. Listen, let me tell you. My people, I'm from Anambra. The whole chemist in Borno State, Kano State, Yauri, almost everywhere in the north. Not the whole, I beg. We live in the bush, we treat their cow, we live with them. The land there is too green. Their crops are growing well. Let me tell you, let me talk southern Nigeria. Where do you think all these granules, tomato, carrots, onions, yam, beans, where do you think they are coming from? They are coming from north because they farm, nobody tamper their farms. Fulani don't go into farms in Borno State. Like they know very well. Fulani can never enter Barry man's farm. A Barry man that farms, if you enter his farm, he will kill you, he will kill your cow. Because Barry man depends generally on agriculture. So open grazing is not applicable, it's not working in the north. They now believe that that ideology, that the whole southern Nigeria belongs to Fulani man. That's why they see us as their slaves. Fulani man will carry all his cows, numbering 200, 300, enter Igbo man's farm at the exit of a Ebonyi State. Eat up the whole farm, the whole crops. Fulani man will carry all his cow, numbering 500, 700, enter Idoma's farm in Benue axis, eat the whole farm crops. Because why? They believe that we are their slaves. The ideology started by their forefathers, jihadists, Ottoman and Fodio. They are still following it today, that we are their slaves. That's why we've not ever been seeing, since the inception of this country, an open grazing as a practice that is very, very possible in the north. But we see it, we have always been seeing it in the southern Nigeria. Go to Anambra State. Almost every water, every stream, every river in Anambra State tests cow fatches, droppings from cow, droppings, cow's excrements, cow's cheats. They poop inside Anambra River. They poop into River Niger. They poop into Oyi River. They poop at Ovemanese. They poop into Odubili streams. They poop into Oblezi. They poop into Atalaku. All those streams in Anambra State tests bad. You will feel the test of what? Animal droppings, especially from cows. They test bad. Shit! Nchewi everywhere. They contaminated our land. What we cultivate on our farmland now can no longer grow. Ask me why. Don't you know that it's part of erosion? When you rear animals on the land, the bushfallows, the soils, nothing can germinate again. They have eaten up the whole manure. The organism called what? Nitrofixing bacteria. They are the one that is responsible for home soil. All those living organisms that make crops to grow, they are bacteria. It has been downtrodden. They tread on it. They treaded on it. They with their chew. Their food now, cows, is too hard. They match it until those soils are no longer living organisms. They cannot grow any farm, no product, no farm produce can grow there anymore. Because of what? Open grazing. Is it applicable in the north? If it is applicable in the north, you can't see tomatoes. You can't see all these garlics, carrots that are bringing from north here. Oga, government is working in the north. Nigerian constitution is working in the north. Buhari has serious neglect for the people of the south. That's why constitution of Nigeria is not working, is not being applicable, is not applied in the southern Nigeria. Because Buhari had southern Nigeria. He take us as slaves. Their farmland are growing yams, rice, everything there. Because they don't graze on people's land. You dare not carry your cow, go graze on Hausa, real Hausa man farm, and you are Fulani. Obuonegi that day will kill you. Go and graze on Barry man's farm, he will kill you.
Last 2 years we had issues of herders, farmers class in the north.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Ask me why. The herders that clash with farmers in the north are from Futajalon Highland. The countries that are made up of Futajalon Islands are, namely, Senegal, Gambia, Mali is among them. Are you listening to me? The Wolof, the Jollof, the Fulanis called Mandigo in Senegal. They are the one that came from that land to Nigeria. They landed in the north because of instruction given to them to graze our land. That Nigeria land belongs to their forefather, Osman and Fodo. They started grazing everywhere in the north. Then they clashed with northern farmers. Since then, have you ever heard that they clash again? They could not, because they have what? They are being what? Cautious. They have taken what? Instructions. Are you listening to me? They are being cautious now. They won't do that in the north. In the south, Buhari regime take the Igbo man, Yoruba man, Idoma, Igala, Ijo, everybody as slaves. That's why they are grazing in our land with impunity. Impunity is our problem. Mpo. Igbo man call impunity. Mpo. Englishman call impunity. Impunity. Commit an act of crime, offense without what? Receiving punishment or penalty. When you don't penalize a man that commits crime, what does Oyibo call it? Impunity. Fulani is committing with impunity. Buhari is rearing us like cow. Like what? Cow. With it is called impunity. Oga, conduct an opinion poll. I say it again. Every 10 persons you meet on the road from here to Adeni Jones, interview them about Buhari. They will tell you that that man has virtually failed. That nothing good has come out from the man since 6 years. Buhari said that Nigeria has been subjected to insecurity, danger of insecurity for 12 years now. I said it's a lie. I calculated it myself because I know 6 years ago, Jonathan was there. From 2015 down to 2007, Jonathan was there. There was nothing like insecurity in Nigeria. Let's know, Boko Haram was there, but they were small, in small scale level. Small scale. Not to this kind of extent they are operating now in Nigeria. Headers are there with their cows, but not up to this kind of level. That has translated into herdsmen terrorism. Herdsmen terrorism, the whole world has tagged them number 4th in the world. They are following number 4th in the world. Fulani herdsmen, terror, attack. They come to you at night and kill you. Kill fowl, kill small baby in the world, but they don't want to know. Okay, are you listening to me? Have you grabbed it now? That farmers clash in the north. Eh?
Okay.
That's.
I get what you're
oh my God! You get what I'm saying? So the final word I have to tell you here. Yeah, let me give you my final word. You know, Nnamdi Kanu is just cooling it down there, down in the DSS facilities in Abuja there. Well, while all of us here, we're ranting and chanting, we're shouting and talking, we're discussing and having consensus or convention sort of on how to bring this gentleman out. But let me give you this my word. The way, the system, the vignettes, the technique, the process, by which Nnamdi Kanu was taken away from Kenya to Nigeria is illegal. It is illegal. So what happens is that if Nnamdi Kanu virtually comes out from the facility of the DSS to the courtroom, I predict it's not going to go back again. Ask me why. When a hostage, someone was taken hostage by his abductor or kidnappers, when they discover the location where he is, what happens? He regains his freedom. So that day, they are going to take us where they have kept him. Incommunicado, incarcerated, hidden. We are going to take back what belongs to us. Nnamdi Kanu is our brother. He is innocent. He has not committed any crime. Leave him!
Thank you very much, Mr. Raphael.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Alice Musa. I'm from the north.
You're in Nigeria.
I'm in Nigeria, but I'm from the north.
From a state.
I'm in Nigeria. I'm from Jigawa State because that's how the country showing us right here. Because I surprised you even address me in that that statement because me and you know clearly that the country has already divided by some ethnic sentiment. So let me add in these politicians because I always goes on them directly. You see, we people we should not allow politicians to be deceived by politicians. Other Nnamdi Kanu, Sunday Igboho, Fulani henchmen, Boko Haram. My brother, you should be wise. All of us should be wise. You get my point? Politicians don't succeed for their will and their achievement because if they allow me and you to become one, we are against them. Then they succeed on putting that hatred between me and you. Today now I'm looking at the Igbo man as a very wicked somebody. Igbo man is looking at me as a Hausa man, as a wicked somebody. The Igbo and the Hausas are looking at the Yoruba man as a wicked somebody also. But remember, we have 109 senators. All of them, they are living in one office in Abuja. We have 360 something House of Representatives, they are living in one office in Abuja. We have 36 governors sharing one office, Nigerian Governors Forum in Abuja. We have 40 something ministers. We all know different political parties. Their children living in abroad, schooling with white man children. Let me ask you a question. There are massive killings that go on Olu, Imo State, Ebonyi State, just a recent. If I ask you now, mention one governor Pikin will follow that. Mention one senator Pikin or House of Representatives Pikin will follow that. No one. Same our people are sick. We the common people are still dying.
His child from school the other day.
Okay. As Kaduna say governor, even as he put in child there, I know say it's a politics. How many children Nasura Ifeanyi has? How they raise no school in Kaduna? Only this one. You want to use it as politics. But why did you withdraw him now? Because of the insecurity. All the rest, they are schooling abroad. I can tell you that 70 to 80% of politician children, they are schooling abroad. And I can tell they receive their health system in abroad. But this one way they fought, we will stand for this. Someone will say, I'm ready to die because of this governor, because of Buhari, because of Tinubu, because of Nnamdi Kanu, because of Go, I'm ready to die. My brother, you go die and nothing will stop for the country. Remember, as I stand so, when I hold before my children will survive. If I am not alive, they will be in trouble. Nobody cannot come and rescue my children. Nnamdi Kanu, Fulani henchmen cannot come and rescue my children. So we should be wise.
What should be the solution? What do you think we should do as a people?
What we're supposed to do, we should forget about ethnicity, tribalism, and come together. Let's work as a nation. Yoruba, Igbo, we should remove that sentiment because the politicians are one. Take it or leave it. They are one. They are sharing one office. Okay, remember, we have senator there. He's receiving our constituency project. We have a House of Representatives there. We have governor busy receiving our allocation there. All our eyes is not on them, it's on the presidency. They are eating our money. They will keep hating each other for no reason. If I see this one, I will say it's Igbo. If I see this one, I will say it's Hausa. I will see this one, I will say it's Yoruba. Keep hating, putting hatred between which is wrong. We should come together as a nation. Let's be wise. We shouldn't be deceived by any politician. We shouldn't be deceived by any Buhari. We shouldn't be deceived by any Tinubu. We shouldn't be deceived by any Nnamdi Kanu. We shouldn't be deceived by any Ogboho. My brother, take it or leave it. All of them, they are fighting for their own selfish interests. Remember, if they lost you now, your family will cry. And Nigeria will stop doing nothing. When you hustle before you feed your children, if they wake up at night like this now, even your burial coffee now, if your family will know how to take bury you, not government, not your politician, not the Nnamdi Kanu they are ready to die for, not Sunday Igboho they are ready to die for, not Buhari they are ready to die for, or Tinubu. We should be wise. That's why the politicians they are trying to achieve their will. If they put hatred between we the common people mind, we cannot go against them. We keep hating each other. If Wala start for this organ, mention one governor picking where they here. No one. If Madina start from our own state, as we are from Jigawa, you can't find common local government chairman picking inside. Today in Nigeria, if you hear 10, 20 people die, you can't find even council or follow. We see we the common people are dying. We are still pushing that we must fight war because of Buhari. I must fight war because of Nnamdi Kanu. I must fight. No. Even the countries that fight war because of referendum, they later fight later come to table for negotiation. go to across the globe history, no country ever separated by war. They must come back to that table. I challenge everybody. So please, war is bad. As me and you there now, you have 2-3 children. Imagine start for here. Let's walk. Who are you going to take and leave who? Which road are you going to follow down to your community? Me being a Hausa man in Lagos, say, show me the road that will locate to my state. A Yoruba man in my state, show me the road that you can locate to here. Igbo man that is in the east, is in the north, and here, show me the road that you can locate. Igbo man that is in the same thing. But all the politicians, most of the governors, senators have private jet. Let me shock you, most of their family are not living in Nigeria here. They are not living in Nigeria here. Please, we should be wise. All this issue about we will fight, don't fight.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Your name?
My name is Salisu Musa.
I'd like to get your number because we have people that are really interested in you and what you just said. 0.
Just put it and follow yourself.
That is Salisu from Jigawa State. What he said makes sense to a point, not in total. That's my opinion. It makes sense to the point. The politicians are most of our problems. We will have people who really are not that educated to understand principles that bring people together. There are some people in a region that are not elite, they're not literate to an extent whereby they can understand some things, some facts, and some tenets that bring people together. Some people are easily assuaged by their politicians. Some people ask questions. Some people from a region ask questions, while some other people are easily assuaged by their leaders. So therefore, if he's saying that politicians are the problem, I agree with him. You can also place your comment and opinion on the live chat. What do you think? Our politicians are a problem. I'm Christian Chiko on this wonderful edition of Bystander at the newsstands. A big thank you to the man behind the camera, Femi Davis, and also a big thank you to the boss, Flip TV, Biodun Kukoli. Bye for now, till tomorrow, till Monday, when we come with another